What's up, you guys? Today I have a strong, fiery yoga flow, so prepare to get a little bit sweaty. All levels, so beginner friendly still, but you may feel the heat a little bit. So when you're ready, go ahead and join me on your mat. And we're going to start by connecting with our breath. So I'll invite you to either close your eyes or soften your gaze down to the ground and just find a nice, comfortable seat here. Start focusing on that breath and lengthening those inhales and exhales a little bit more than your normal breathing pattern. So inhale for maybe 4 counts and then exhale for 4. Couple more big breaths in and out. And on your exhale, we're going to take the right ear down to the right shoulder. Feel a nice deep stretch in the neck. And then when you exhale, bring it down through the center and over to the left shoulder for your next inhale. So follow that pattern with your own breath. Inhale to the side, exhale, roll it forward. Inhale on your other side. Exhale, roll it forward. I'll invite you, if it feels good for you, you can go ahead and take some full rotations, but keep it gentle here. No need to crank or crack in the neck. Just some nice gentle circles with the nose one way as you breathe. Then reverse your circle. Good. When you're even, come back to center. We're going to shrug the shoulders up to the ears and let it out with an audible sigh. Go ahead and do that a couple more times. Shrug them up. And then slowly take some shoulder circles one way. When you're ready, reverse your circle. So if you were going backwards, go forward, or vice versa. All right, we're going to do some seated cat-cows to start. So on your inhale, we're going to push our heart forward, find some length in the spine, and exhale, round it back. Belly button comes in. Inhale, forward, and exhale back. Inhale forward, and exhale back. All right, come back to center. A couple more stretches here in this seated posture. So put the right hand down to the ground and reach your left hand all the way up and over. Feel a nice stretch in that left side body. And we'll switch, left hand down, right hand up and over. Good. And the left hand's going to come to the right knee. Take your right hand behind you. On your inhale, find some length, and exhale to twist over that right shoulder. Good. And unwind, and we'll take it to the other side. So right hand goes to left knee. Left hand goes back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist and gaze over the left shoulder. Good. And let's unwind and make our way to a tabletop. So find your foundation here first. Make sure your wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Knees are right underneath the hips. And bring that belly button in so your tummy's not sagging down. You have a nice flat back here. We're going to do some cat-cows in this position as well. So on your next inhale, you'll drop the belly, fill it with air, and look forward. And then on your exhale, you'll round the back, pull the belly button in. Inhale, look forward, happy cow. Exhale, scaredy cat. Do a few more of these on your own with your breath. Last one, inhale and exhale. And then come back to neutral. Set your foundation in your tabletop again. And we're going to do some bird dogs. So starting with grounding in your left hand, you're going to bring your right hand forward, and then your left leg will go straight back. So we're balancing here. Hold your core in tight, so pull that belly button in and really feel a good balance of your weight distribution in both sides here. So on our inhale, we will find some length, stretch it all out. And on your exhale, you're going to bring your right elbow into your left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bring it in. Do 3 more just like that with your breath. Good. When you're finished, go ahead and put that hand and knee down. We're going to switch to the other side, so shake it out a little if you need to. And we're going to plant that right hand down. This time, lift your left hand forward and your right leg up. Find that foundation, make sure strong between both sides. Hug that belly button in. And on your inhale, lengthen, so reach that arm forward, your leg back. And on your exhale, curl it in. Inhale to extend, and exhale to curl. 3 more like this. Good. And when you're complete, bring your back into tabletop. And we're going to plant that right hand down still. Your left hand is going to come up high to the sky. And on your exhale, you're going to bring it all the way in for thread the needle. So your left shoulder is going to go all the way down to the ground here for a nice shoulder stretch. Take a few good breaths in and out here. And when you're done, bring it all the way back up. 1 more stretch on that side. And we'll switch. So left hand goes down. Right hand reaches high up to the sky. And on your exhale, thread it under. So shoulder goes down to the ground. All right, and bring it up to a tabletop again. And go ahead and send it back for a quick child's pose here. You can have your knees wide or knees together here. We're just taking a quick rest before we move up into our standing series. So this is always an option, just as a reminder, anytime you feel like you need a rest. We're going to be building some heat today, so you can always return here to rest and then come back to the practice when you're ready. So enjoy this while you can. All right, and when we're ready, we'll come back to tabletop first and then curl those toes under, and we're going to send our hips up high to the sky for downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal it out here. Take your dog for a walk. So maybe bend one knee while you reach the other opposite heel down to the floor, and then switch.
And find any movement that feels good for you here. So maybe wag that tail, shake your head yes, and a little no. All right, and we're gonna walk slowly all the way up so that your feet are right up at the top of your mat next to your hands. And take a forward fold here. Make sure to keep a slight bend in the knees here. You can hug the elbows, rock side to side if you'd like. Whatever feels good for you. All right, and then slowly one vertebrae at a time, we're gonna roll it all the way up to standing. Reach those hands up high and then bring them down to heart center. So we're gonna warm up the body a little bit here. Again, feel free to rest at any time or meet back in downward dog or child's pose anytime you need a break. So inhale, lift the arms up high, and exhale to dive it down to forward fold. When you inhale, you're going to lift halfway, so your hands will be resting on your shins, and your back should be pretty flat here. Exhale, fold it all the way down. Plant the hands and step one foot back, any foot, and then the other for a strong plank. Make sure to keep your core tight so belly button hugs into the spine. And then we're going to slowly lower down. If you can, hover just a little bit before you reach the ground and then go all the way down and lift up for a little baby cobra. We're going to do this a few more times, so there's no need to push too far here, just a little back bend. Exhale to fold down. And then we're going to push strong back up into plank and then lift the hips back up for downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk it forward to your forward fold. And lift up slowly, one vertebrae at a time to standing. Let's do that one more time a little bit quicker. So inhale, lift the arms up high. Exhale, swan dive down to a forward fold. Keep a bend in those knees. Slight bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to forward fold. Now go ahead and step back one foot and then the other for a strong plank. And then we can slowly lower all the way down to the ground. You can come either to a cobra or an upward facing dog here. Your choice. Lower back down and push back up to plank. And then lift the hips up high for downward dog. You can either slowly walk back up to the front of the mat or take a little hop to get back up to the front, forward fold. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we're going to rise all the way back up to standing. Reach up high to the sky and bring it in. Take a couple deep breaths in and out here. All right, one more time. Lift the arms up high and fold it over. Lift up, half lift, flat back. Exhale to fold, and then step it back to plank. Keeping it nice and strong here. See how far you can lower down to the ground and hold. Build a little bit of heat. And then lower all the way down and bring it up. For a cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. Exhale, bring it down. push up strong to plank, and then send the hips up high for downward facing dog. All right, this time we're going to lower the knees down into a tabletop, send the knees wide, and push back into a child's pose. So stay in your child's pose, take a few breaths in and out here. You should be feeling nice and warm by now. We're going to go through another standing series that will continue to build on that heat. So take this moment to rest really good right here. Do big breaths in and out. All right. And then meet me back up in a tabletop position. And when you're ready, send the hips up high for downward facing dog. Find that foundation and then plant your left foot and lift your right leg up high to the sky. And then you'll step it all the way up in between your hands. Pivot on that back foot, so your back foot should be at about a 45-degree angle, and lift up strong here for warrior one. Now bring that right elbow down to the knee, or you can reach down to the ground if you'd like. I'm going to keep mine on my knee and lift the left hand all the way up high for a side angle. And cartwheeling over here, we're going to reach that left hand down, and the right hand comes up and over for a reverse warrior. You can also bind your hand around your back if you'd like, your left hand. Good, we're going to unwind and just step that left foot back up to the front. Go ahead and inhale it up. And exhale, we're going to sit into a nice, comfortable seat. This is chair or fierce pose. Take some deep breaths in and out here. Feeling that burn in your legs as you sit down a little deeper. And when you're ready, on your exhale, you're going to go ahead and fold it down into a forward fold. Plant the hands. Step one foot back and then the other for plank. And if you'd like, you can go ahead and take a little flow here. So you can lower down chaturanga to either up dog or cobra. And then push up through plank and up to downward facing dog. You can also just meet us back in down dog if you need a rest. All right, what we do on one side, we repeat on the other. So go ahead and lift your left leg up high to the sky. Exhale, bring it forward. Find your foundation here. So your back foot, you'll put at a 45-degree angle. Front foot facing forward. And rise up for a strong warrior one. You guys sweating yet? All right, go ahead and take that left elbow, left arm down to the knee or down to the ground, or if you have a block that can support, reach your right hand up high to the sky for side angle. All right, and bring it up and we're going to cartwheel it back. This right hand can wrap around or just reach down the leg, your choice, and lift the left hand up and over for reverse warrior. right, unwind, and we'll just step that right foot back up to the front to meet the left. And you guessed it, another chair pose. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit down into your chair for a nice fierce pose. Make sure that your shoulders aren't crunching up into your ears, so make sure the shoulders are soft, arms are strong. And breathe and feel that burn here. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. When you can't go anymore, just rain it down into a forward fold and relax. All right, good. Step one foot back and then the other. You can go ahead and take a flow if you would like. And then this time, instead of meeting in down dog, we're going to rest in a nice child's pose. So knees can either come wide or stay together. And take a well-deserved rest here. Continue to breathe in and out here in this child's pose. We have another little short standing series before we cool down, so take advantage of this rest here while you can. It should feel really good and sweaty at this point. All right, when you're ready, come back through tabletop. And then come up to down dog. All right, we're gonna lift the right leg up high to the sky and bring it all the way in between your hands. And go ahead and lift it up for a high lunge here. But you're slowly going to want to bring that left foot in a little bit. So drag that left foot in and put most of your weight into your right foot. You can stay right here if you'd like, or you can slowly hinge. Maybe that left foot comes up off of the ground, or warrior three. Option always to keep that foot down for a little grounding and balance and stability here, but if you can, hold and take some deep breaths here. Maybe you have a wall next to you like I do, you can hold on if you need. All right, and then go ahead and just step up that left foot next to the right and forward fold when you're done. We're gonna step both feet back for a plank. And this time we're gonna ground in our right hand and lift the left hand up high to the sky for a side plank here. Option always to bring either one knee down, take a little half variation there, or you can stay in this full side plank. All right, back to plank, bring that left hand down. You can take a little flow here if you want, or just meet me back up in down dog. When we're all ready, we'll lift that left leg up high to the sky and bring it all the way in between the hands. All right, and lift up for a lunge, a high lunge, and then slowly drag that right foot forward. Shift your weight into that front left foot, and then if you'd like to, hinge forward. Maybe that right leg goes up for warrior three. And again, you can add some stability by lowering that leg and dipping that toe back onto the ground, or keep it up. Grab a wall if you need. Breathe here. And then go ahead and step that right foot back up next to the left and forward fold. Step one foot back and then the other for plank. And we're going to repeat our side plank on the other side. So plant that left hand and then reach the right hand up high to the sky.
Take whatever variation you need here. And then come back through regular plank. You can take a little flow here if you would like, or go ahead and lower the knees and sit back into a nice child's pose. All right, the hard work is done. We're going to cool down a little bit here. So as you're coming out of that child's pose, find a seated position on your mat with your legs extended out long. So sorry, I'm moving my mat away from the wall here. So it should look like this. And you can keep a slight or even really generous bend in the knees here. We're going to fold forward. So on the inhale, lift it up. Exhale, fold it forward. Just as far as you can. It's okay if you can't reach your toes or your feet, or if you need to bend in your knees to do so, that's fine. This should feel really good on the legs. Nice stretch here. When you're done, go ahead and roll it back up, and we're going to make our way down to the mat laying down. So you can roll down one vertebrae at a time, and keep those feet planted here on the mat. We're going to take the right foot and place the ankle right over that left knee, and thread the arms through, grabbing that left leg. This should feel really good. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can also play with straightening that leg, or maybe even rocking side to side. Should be a nice glute stretch here. And depending on which variation, get some on this side too. All right, go ahead and bring that left foot back down, right foot to meet it, and we'll switch. So left ankle goes over the right knee, and thread it through. And just this is enough for me, but if you want to go a little bit extra and stretch that leg up, you for sure you can. Maybe rock, some gentle movement. All right, and return both feet to the ground. We're going to hug the right leg in, send the left leg out long, and then using your left hand to guide it across you, we're going to twist over that side. Maybe your right arm opens up and you turn your gaze over to that right hand. Bring it in. Now let that leg go. Bring the left leg up and in. Hug that knee in. And then using your right hand, guide that left knee over. Maybe the left arm opens up and you gaze over at your right finger or your left fingers. Nice, yummy twist here. Good, bring it back into center. You can hug both knees in, maybe rock back and forth, give yourself a little lower back massage here, should feel really good. And you can stay like this, or if you'd like, you could take a happy baby here. So maybe stretch one leg out, then the other, whatever feels good in your body. We're going to prepare for Shavasana, so whatever you need to finish your practice, do it now.
And when you're all done, extend those legs, just let them fall out on the sides. And same with your hands, let them rest either on the body or just next to you on the earth, wherever is most comfortable for you to rest. Take some big, deep breaths in and out. The work is done, and we get to relax and rest a little bit here. Should be feeling nice and warm, maybe a little sweaty. I'm a little sweaty. But hopefully you were also able to clear your mind a little bit while focusing on some of those postures. So this is a really good opportunity if you'd like to take a longer Shavasana to pause the video, breathe here as long as you would like. Let go of any counting or any focusing on the breath. Just let it return back to its normal rhythm. And just breathe. Let everything go. When you're all done and you're ready to end your practice, I'll invite you to roll over onto either side. And then using your hands, push up to a seated position. Find a nice comfortable seat here. All right, thank you all so much for joining me today. That was a little bit of a workout. I hope you all felt it. But hopefully you have some energy to tackle whatever is left in the day, or if it's nighttime and you're getting ready for bed, hopefully that wore you out so you can get some good rest. So on your next inhale, reach it all the way up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Thank you again.